Today we are going to a more serious Field 5 dive watches that are a true expression of luxury watchmaking at the pinnacle of its ability and desirability. Those are the watches that anyone who loves watches packs away to save up to. The watches that chew off the foundation of a real collection, and the watches that demonstrate that a dive watch can be not only a highly useful instrument, but the object of art at the same time. Both mildly vintage-inspired icons and unashamedly modern engineering displays. This list has included some of the most revered names in the whole industry. Let's get into it. Number 5, the Tudor Black Bay. 58 is now one of the most exalted modern dive watches. It has identified what it was that people liked in vintage dive watches so much in the very first place, and then it has not gone to tamper with that formula. The Black Bay 58, named after the year Tudor first created a dedicated dive watch, is its simplest and most heavily refined version, boiling down its original design, a 39mm case that is smaller and more comfortable to wear than almost any modern dive watch, a dome crystal, and a beautifully simplistic and high-contrast dial. Tudor uses its own caliber MT5402 in-house COSC certified chronometer movement, which has a 70-hour power reserve, is powered by silicon balance spring technology, and features the caliber of finishing and reliability that truly stands up to watches priced much higher. Being a sister brand to Rolex, but with some manufacturing resources and quality in common, Tudor has gained some reputation as being able to produce nearly Rolex quality of build at a far more accessible price. Among the active divers, the Black Bay 58 is believed to be one of the best all-round contemporary water watches that can be purchased irrespective of the price category. The Tudor Black Bay 58 sells at an average of $3,943 USD. Number 4, Omega Seamaster Diver 300 Nautineer has one of the most widely known silhouettes in the entire watch industry, and its cultural heritage, most notably including the extensive use of James Bond as the Omega customer since 1995, has only served to enhance an image already founded on a tradition of true blue engineering quality. Wave pattern dial, which is one of the recognizable design features since the launch of the model, creates a clearly recognizable visual texture to the Diver 300M, and the ceramic bezel insert and the ceramic dial in most current versions signify the dedication of Omega to use cutting-edge materials that have a scratch effect. The movement within is coaxial master chronometer by Omega, which is separately tested to the very strict requirements of precision, magnetic resistance up to 15,000 Gauss, and performance of power reserve, a certification requirement that is challenging even to conventional Swiss chronometer standards. Having a water resistance of 300 meters and a helium escape valve, and having truly professional dive watch functions, the Diver 300mm has proven to be as iconic as it does have the technical goods to support its claims. Hardly any watches in the world possess the cultural brag and engineering superiority to the point they are as convincing as this one. The Omega Seamaster Diver 300mm will sell at around $5,400 to $6,200 USD, depending on the setting. Number 3. The Longines Spirit line is based on the ethos of the golden era of flying and adventure, and translates the rich history of Longines, collaborating with some of the greatest pilots and adventurers of the first half of the 20th century, into a new and truly diverse sports watch family. The clean instrument-like dial design, with a strong date function and a bi-directional rotating bezel, on the diver-oriented references provides the Spirit collection with a confident, purposeful look that strikes a balance between a dress watch and a tool watch. Drawing the energy is Longines' own L888 caliber, with silicon escapement to give it superb resistance to magnetic interference and a power supply that is easily above 20 hours, even on traditional Swiss lines. The work completed along the Spirit range demonstrates the authentic quality of manufacture level, and the alternating finishes used in the product are carried out at a level that is many steps higher than the cost point would imply. Supported by 100 years of aviation experience of Longines, and an image of honesty, reliability, Swiss craftsmanship, the Spirit line is a strong argument as to be one of the most brainy offerings into serious Swiss watchmaking in the current market. The Longines Spirit costs about $2,300 to $2,900 USD based on arrangements. Number 2, The Grand Seiko SBGA series, into which the Snowflake and its numerous clones belong, is at least a genre of watchmaking that truly occupies a genre by itself. Incorporating an innovative spring drive technology made by Grand Seiko, the SBGA caliber incorporates a conventional mechanical mainspring that includes an electronic tri-synchro regulator, which has a timekeeping accuracy of plus or minus 1 second per day, a level of precision that puts the watches between traditional purely mechanical and purely quartz categories and gains meaningful benefits of both. The dial work is the trademark of the SBGA line and is finished by hand using techniques that are developed in the Shizukushi Watch Studio of Grand Seiko, based on textures inspired by the natural scenery at the location of production. Whether snow-white birchwoods or running water, each dial takes on an entirely different look depending on the shifting light, which cannot possibly be captured in photographs. The titanium cases all around the line are polished in the famous Zaratsu polish, creating a mirror finish on the sides and edges of the case and creating a clarity of the sides that borders the unbelievable. Grand Seiko has based its philosophy on the concept of mastering the joy of wearing a watch over pursuit of convention, and the SBGA line is the concept that can best embody the philosophy. The Grand Seiko SBG sells at around $5,800 $7,500 USD on dial and cases depending on the case configuration. Number 1. Oris Aquis date. The current reign of the Oris Aquis date is understandable, and in a watch which offers this much proficiency as a professional-level dive watch and a strong sense of the pride of independent Swiss production, the argument in the first place proves deafening. Oris has more than 100 years of being one of only a handful of genuinely independent Swiss watch manufacturers, owned neither by a luxury conglomerate nor a publicly traded parent company, and its independence can be seen in all the details of the Aquis date. Having 300 meters of waterproofing, a sturdy unidirectional ceramic bezel, as well as an inner diving scale that turns, making it provide a truly functional feel, the Aquis is an all-round professional diving instrument. On its inside, it has the caliber 400 of Oris, a movement that took many years to develop internally to provide remarkable 5-day power reserve, resistance to magnetic fields to 2,250 Gauss, as well as an estimated 10-year recommended service rate, a service rate, actually, that is clearly higher than other watches cost 2 or 3 times the price of Oris. The case completion, the fitting of the bracelet, and its general construction are indicative of a manufacturer who has genuine engineering pride and little left to demonstrate. To provide a world-class specifications, real independence, as well as the excellent everyday wearability in a single package, the Oris Aquis date could be one of the most intelligent and controversial and respectable products in the new luxury watchmaking. Oris Aquis date costs around $2,400 $3,200 USD on the retail level based on the levels of configuration.